500. We've still got 7 teams on the lead lap competing for the checkered flag. In the front, coming into turn 3 here, we've got Black Key Bulls pulling up next to them in the yellow jersey, the defending champions, Beta Theta Pi. To ride away solo to its first ever Little 500 win.
Give them as much support as you can, and protect them, and love them, and praise them when they succeed, and comfort them when they fail.
20th Century Fox presents Breaking Away.
Give it to Steve Tessich for Breaking Away.
New Indiana University's first annual Women's Little 500.
What is about to happen on this track today is more than a race. Today symbolizes the culmination of ideas, of progress, of hard work, and of growth at Indiana University. To each one of you very brave pioneering women, I say good luck and Godspeed.
Very special guest, the junior senator from the state of Illinois, a presidential candidate for the Democrat nomination in the 2008 election, the Honorable Barack Obama.
And in a dominant performance, Caughlin, Van Kutche, and Teter win the 2011 Little 500. It's 3 in a row for Teter. And Young comes across the finish line again. It's 5 in a row for the Cutters, an unprecedented winning streak as they win the 2011 Little 500. Doogs and Showmaniac to the line. It's Kayce Doogs and Delta Gamma wins the 2012 Little 500. The DGs take home the checkered flag. Teter's era of dominance is over. The Cutters are putting Kevin Depasse on the bike. Are they going to go for 6? And R.J. Stuart soloing away from the field. The Cutters' reign of dominance is over as Delta Tau Delta wins its first ever Little 500. The 2012 Little 500 champions are the Delta.
Ken Nowakowski, can't thank Ken enough for everything. We've been working together for so many years, and we were so due for this. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, so figuring out how to get ourselves in a situation to do it again.
You knew exactly what you need to do. He's riding consistent lap times. Not the fastest.
That's the hook. That is the hook. You want to do exercise after you get dressed? Little 5's a funny thing, and it's crazy because you don't get a chance to do it over again. There's no race next week that you can fix the mistakes that you made the week before. I mean, it's literally all or nothing. You know, your mom and your friends might remember it. The world at large isn't going to remember it. And if you finish second, all you're going to remember is the mistakes or the one mistake that you made. But yeah, I mean, no one remembers second. It's just the way it is. So.
All right, race fans, we're back here at WIOX Sports Sunday. I'm Zach Osterman. We're 60 days away from the Little 500, less than 2 months now. That means it's really time to start talking about contenders. It's time to start talking about who are the top teams in this year's men's and women's field. In my mind, on the men's side, you got to talk about cutters. You know, they're always strong. They're always there.
Your time trial for 2 minutes, right? Don't go full gas, because that's just stupid. By halfway through, you should be really tired. About done. And then the last half, you're just going to suffer through.
Tough year last year. Obviously, I mean, nothing lasts forever, right? You know, it's a historic run. 5 victories in a row for the Cutters, never before achieved in the history of the Little 500. This year, they're returning a lot of that experience that we talked about. Kevin Depasse, Tim Nixon, 2 of the strongest riders in the field, if not the 2 strongest riders in the field. Sam Harbison, another really strong returning rider. You know those guys are going to be putting some pressure on themselves to get back up on that stage holding up the Borg Warner Trophy. The Delts, they lose R.J. Stuart, the guy who solos away for the victory last year. You don't just replace a rider like that. You don't replace a rider that's that strong. It's a big job for Courtney Bishop, Dell's coach. He's been in the top 10 a lot. He's been in the top 5 before. Last year's his first ever Little 500 win. How does he, coming off the back of that, maybe rebuild this team a little bit? If you jump over to the Delts counterpart on the women's side, the DGs, and you've got Doogs, wins last year's sprint, very strong. You've got Emily Loebig, Kelsey Phillips coming back, girls that know how to get to that final lap. And then I'd look at Teter, I'd look at Lisa Hutcheson. She surprised some people, finished a strong 3rd in the field sprint last year behind Doogs and Shelminiak. She's not going to be able to surprise people this year. She does have a strong team around her, though, as well. Emma Caughlin, probably as strong as any rider on the track. Teter is always well prepared. That is a great 1-2 combo. You have to think that they are going to have a strong race day. You never know what's going to happen, and that's why experience is so important in this race, because the riders that have been through it before, that have had to overcome the adversity before, of a wreck, of a botched exchange, of a bad set, whatever it is, they're the ones that know how to handle that, how to get over it, how to fight through it, and how to recover from it.
We're gonna bring lunch to the track.
No.
Oh no.
I would bring
snacks. I'm gonna bring my backpack for sure. Plenty of room to put like the snacks, and I have like medical stuff in there.
I still have my Rogan.
I work very hard at like everything I do. Like I put too much on my plate, I stress out, and winning doesn't, like, it's not like you win and then it's enough. Like, it's good enough. Like, you feel like it's like you win and you just need to keep going because it shows that your hard work is paid off.
It's terrible. We're gonna get you all warm in here, and then we get to go back out in the cold.
Woo! But we're gonna do things to keep you warm, so it's gonna be great.
My freshman and sophomore year, I come into like basically the heart and kind of the end of what is known as the Cutter era, but I don't think it's ending. Last year I worked my ass off and I improved personally, and I thought we had the best team out there, and I thought there was no way we could lose, and we did.
And as you can see, Greeley
Greenlee understands how friggin' fast he's going, so he's got a good gap behind this line, right? He squares up. Well, it's not really square because his feet aren't going forward, but any good? He didn't touch it until this line, and they were done by that line. That's it. You guys want a slower version?
For the next week, I punched a wall every morning when I woke up because I was still pissed off.
He's still pedaling, still pedaling. Oh!
Maybe he was pedaling too long.
Oh, yeah.
Stop pedaling.
Steady pedals.
And it's illegal.
Oh!
Go! Safe and legal!
Oh, still safe!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Everyone goes nuts.
I rode for 4 years, I was in the race for 4 years, and out of those 4 years, I never won. And almost more importantly, you know, while you set this goal way up here, really, really high of, okay, we want to win the Little 500, in my case, I didn't accomplish that goal. That goal is like climbing up the mountain, and sometimes climbing the mountain and looking back on the journey once you get to the top and learning about yourself as a young man or young woman is almost more important than actually accomplishing the goal of winning. But to play devil's advocate, you know, it's a sport, and what at the end of the day, what does a sport come down to? But you know, that being in the champion circle and being first place.
Welcome back, WIOX. Zach Ostrom here on Sports Sunday. We're talking qualifications this week because quals are Saturday. They're a nerve-wracking event for the riders. Obviously, it all goes into one day. You've got to have your exchanges down. There's such a narrow margin for error. And you've seen great teams not make the field because they couldn't get quals day right. But first, really, I don't want to say it's frustration, but there is a level of just the unknown in picking your time. The way it works, for those who don't know, there's a meeting at the beginning of the week. Every team, men's and women's, goes in. An IUSF volunteer worker draws a team's name out of a hat. That team sends a representative up to the front of the room. They pick their time out of a hat, and that's their time. If you don't like it, you can try to change it, but you might not find anybody who wants it. It's one of the variables about the Little 500 that you just can't control is when you go on quals, a lot of teams wind up going when they're not comfortable, when they don't want to.
I hate quals. I absolutely hate quals.
Phi Kappa Sigma. Trido.
Yeah. So you guys...
No, sorry. You guys got stuck. No way!
Oh, we're so screwed. We're so screwed.
At least we get to know when everybody else goes.
What's the track? Like, are we around like a track union time? Or?
No, there's no benefit.
I'll tell you this, there's been no greater moment in my life, no happier moment than, you know, getting up on stage and grabbing that championship trophy, or, you know, embracing with my team right after we won when RJ crossed the finish line and came back to the pit. And to not want to be able to ever experience that again would make me a fool. So I don't see any reason why, you know, this wouldn't be some of the best motivation ever to go out there and try to do it again this year.
My hands are like to the point where it doesn't even matter. You got a nice little vehicle. It's good.
Push it up. No.
It's good. It's good. Don't worry about it.
There.
I'm gonna close
All
on
right.
your head.
Okay. Did you throw the other seat in there?
You guys are gonna have to come out and make us dinner. Or just have dinner with us.
Make you dinner? We'll bring dessert. Yeah.
Okay, you bring
If we're driving,
You
better
bring
be making
fun
dinner.
desserts.
Fun.
Lots of them. Because me and Tim love dessert. There's a reason why me and Tim get shit talked on the internet for being fatties. Is because we don't fucking care. We will eat. I will eat it. You know what I had 2 days ago? I had an entire extra large Kit Kat bar in one sitting. Don't know why. Just really wanted it, so I did it. Yeah, okay, we'll make dinner, but you bring dessert.
So cool. Okay.
But we gotta make this happen.
Okay. No, I already talked to Kev. We're having dinner. My hands are really numb.
We should order a shit ton of pizza.
Yeah, let's just do that. Let me in.
Oh yeah, I know. I saw that.
Woo! It's okay.
What's up?
Oh hey.
What'd you make up?
We got like 10 minutes.
Wait, does this have meat in it? You're two vegetarians here.
Okay.
It's okay.
That's fine.
Any food.
We'll get some pasta going.
Wait, what kind of meat is it?
I got some pasta because I forgot they were vegetarian. Dinner's ready.
My puppies are cuter.
Yeah. Pomeranian shit.
Start promoting
Yeah.
your business with a small business toolkit from the UP.
It'd be cool to have for like an afternoon.
That's what I've learned from taking art classes is that if you can justify, like, the pink eyeballs represent that, you know, life is a bitch and everything sucks. Like, if you can somehow justify it and have some theory behind it, then it's worth money.
Brian, can you frisbee throw this into my mouth?
Huh?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. that was low. That was your fault.
All right, I'm gonna. Got your meat. That was good. That's hard to do, dude. It's too wide.
One more. Just one more. That didn't work at all.
He was always better than me. Like, growing up, we ran together. Like, from really like 10 years old, we were running competitively. And he would reach these markers. It's like, damn it. Why are you better than me? I'm older, I'm supposed to be kicking your ass. Even when we would like wrestle and stuff. Like, he would just dominate me. And so he, again, he's calling me right now. He wants Big Brother's advice. I'm gonna take this. Hey.
So my older brother graduated from IU, and when I first saw it, I was like, this is a huge deal. This is like, you know, these people are like rock stars. Like, there's thousands of people, they're all excited about Little Five, everyone comes into town, and, you know, I wanted to be one of them really bad when I first saw it all.
And when you didn't get into IU, you know, did you
Yeah.
just think it was over?
I thought so, because I didn't get into IU, but I got into a lot of other schools that are just fine for, you know, state schools and stuff. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go to a smaller school and try to make my name there. But I need to get into IU is all I thought about. So I just studied so hard, and I got like all A's, and all my professors knew me, and they at PNC, and they were so proud of me. And my dad drove me down here because I wanted to personally hand in my application to make sure it didn't get lost in the mail, because I wanted it so bad. And he drove me down, and I said, I don't want to look around. I don't want to be here, because if I don't get in, it'll kill me. And we just drove straight back home.
You know, it may sound like a bad thing now, but you don't know how it's going to turn out. You have no idea. This might have been the best thing that ever happened to you. You don't know yet. Now let's see where that leads to.
Some bad news today for Delta Gamma. Rookie rider Ellexis Howie apparently had a nasty wreck during track practice. Word is she had to go to the hospital. It sounds like she's going to be okay, but obviously something you never like to see. None of us ever like to hear about this time of year or any time of year.
So he slowed down, just kind of a miscommunication, and I
rubbed Madison's wheel a little bit and just went down from there. And obviously landed right on my face.
How was it? Good. Cold? No, actually, I'm overheating right now. Oh. Yeah. This is pretty. Is this a skirt? Thank you. It is. And Lily has a present for you. Does she? I can catch. Were you able to go through or just? Oh, nice. This is pretty. Wow. Thank you. It looked like you. Thanks. Well, I'll come up and help you. We're sweaty. You little monster. I missed you.
I always went into it thinking like, you know, as long as this is all right coming out of it, we're good. And I guess after I wrecked my face, I don't really have a whole lot to be afraid of.
Yeah, the sprint's the hardest part. It's like, okay, I am gonna get our team a place. Like, here we go. You know what I mean? It's like a lot.
Yeah, if you're at the
It's
front.
like what I do dictates the placement of my team. It's really intense. It's really stressful.
Okay, before Ashton gets here, we need to stay calm about falls. We're not going to freak out. We're not going to get overhyped about it because we need Ashton to be very calm. She talked to me about this just
When
now.
are we overhyping quals? That's
Well,
always
you
the most-
overhype a lot of things. So you just get very excited about a lot of things. And so just like, I don't know, just like don't make it seem like there's a lot of pressure because she's like.
When I came on the team, everyone was so strong. Like, I joined after 2 years of Teter dominating the field. CBK literally lapped the field by herself the day that I met the team. And I mean, my whole first semester riding with them, I was like getting dropped on every ride and like literally crying while riding my bike. And it's hard to ever really feel confident after that, I guess.
Honestly, quals it's gonna be the same for you guys. Last year, quals was the moment where I realized what was gonna happen. I was like, we are on the winning team. Like, we got first by 3 seconds. And before that, I was like, oh, they're so good. Caitlin's so good. They all won a race. I am the only one who did not win a race.
Yeah.
And I'm just like walking off the track like, that was one of the funnest things I've ever done. So including the race, seriously. Definitely including the race. Including everything. ITT is everything. That was the
Really?
funnest thing I've ever done.
Really?
Probably in my life.
Just because you won though?
Mm-mm. Because we just did it so well, and I was so scared, and then I was so relieved, and then I was so happy, and then I was so amped.
You were so like chemical.
Yes, exactly. I was like, this is so fun. And the end of it, I was like, that was tight. Even if we get second or third, it's gonna be the same.
Yeah.
You're gonna be so nervous that you're gonna be like so in the zone.
I don't care what place we get. I just want us to like do it right and know like.
And then we get to climb the
did it.
ladder and we get to slap our thing up there and go put our sweatshirts on. It's fun. Seriously, really fun.
I'm like actually oddly very calm right now.
You seem very like relaxed. But you guys, I'm sure, are like totally ready because you've been practicing on moving.
Yesterday was a little.
Who's yours?
Well, that's what practice is for.
Exactly. I think I got it out of my system.
I don't know. I think you guys are gonna do great.
Yeah. I think we're just gonna one run, get it done.
Morning. Let's do this.
Sunny's gloves, headbands, headphones.
Student IDs?
Kelsey has them. Waters. And we're ready to ride. Good attitudes.
Coming back to me, the flesh and the pain.
Stevenson, guys. Are you ready to qual or what?
I'm ready to fucking qual. Qual me maybe, but I was like,
cut my hand.
no, qual me for sure.
Everyone's hands are so cold. Alright, let's do this.
Heather's from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and she's a junior.
Ready, you kind of go through the mental patterns that gets you in the zone each time.
Be safe, guys. It doesn't matter if you get first or third. Just you want to qual and get it done. So make your lap fast and make
Team
control
Army,
from turn
please
4
report
on.
to registration.
Give the bike to the next person. Don't go in the gutter.
Sigma Alpha
Stand up
Epsilon,
and fucking just
report
go.
to turn 2.
Putting on our pants.
Delta Gamma is bringing back 3 riders from last year's championship and adding newcomer Ellexis Howie. She had a nasty record earlier this year. She's not really racing outside of the little 500.
So she's something of an unknown quantity.
Today, though, the pressure's on her not to botch an exchange or drag a lap. She knows the importance of a good race day starting position, and that's what quals is all about. Takes the pole position. It's early in the day, but that's certainly the kind of time and starting position Delta Gamma was hoping for going into qual. Here are the Cutters, another team with questions about their final race day lineup. Sprinter Kevin Depasse's little brother Brian is on today's quals team, but he's still going head-to-head with teammate Eric Brodell for the number 4 spot on race day. Not a bad run, but I can't imagine the Cutters are excited about slotting in at 6th on the big board with several strong teams still waiting to qualify.
Cutters always train for the race, so you'd expect them to be strong enough not to worry about their starting position, but that wasn't a vintage run by any means, especially in contrast to the time put up by Beta Theta Pi earlier today.
That's pretty good. That's perfect. Second row outside. Let's go. That's not good.
I'll tell you, I'm gonna be standing there, and I'm gonna go like, as soon as I go like this, I want you to start to coast.
But I feel like so much is gonna be going on, I'm not gonna be looking at you.
I'm gonna be standing right next to it, so.
This is the team I feel most confident about in the women's field. Teter is a dynasty on the track. Hutcheson and Caughlin are studs on any team, and DeHahn and Lloyd both look like really strong riders this year. Solid quals team, great race day team.
One of the track's most dependable squads year in, year out.
Even the consistent can stumble. The Teter girls are going to have to give it another go after a botched exchange between DeHahn and Caughlin. Don't be surprised if they slow things down just a little bit here. You'd get 3 tries at qualifying, and as we all know, you don't want the pressure of that third attempt.
The best days of your life. The Teter takes pull with bloody legs. Making my debut.
Did you have any cut?
plays it safe with a slower second attempt, and they're into the 2013 Little 500. Today, that's what counts.
Perfect.
Finally, we have the Delts defending men's champions. Without RJ Stewart, it's unclear how competitive they're going to be this year, but they have a shrewd and experienced coach in Courtney Bishop. Do they have the firepower they had last year? We're going to get a first look today.
Hey,
Kirsten is a
one thing.
sophomore majoring in biochemistry. He's from Munster, Indiana, and this is his first appearance in the Little 500.
You see what just happened to you? Yeah. They gave it to him.
I mean, he was over the line.
I know, but they
sure.
gave it to him.
Yeah, so
try. Don't give up.
And don't look down and be all disappointed. Just fucking sell it.
Turn around and
Yeah.
walk.
Yep.
Listen for me. You won't blow the line. All right? Let's get this done. Everyone relax. Let's do what we came here to do, and we'll get this thing done in one. All right?
It's okay. I just said that. Every day. Sure.
Good stuff.
Alpha Epsilon 5, please report to registration. Theta Pi Alpha to turn 2. Pi. Little 500.
Sapp faults. Took the bike across the line. That's a no-no.
I'm not sure about the wisdom of putting your least experienced rider so late in the order, especially when
Paul Smith and Luke Momper put up strong laps before Sapp.
You got one job. Stop that bike.
Delts will have to take a second attempt.
Theta Pi Alpha, hold at turn 2.
Courtney.
Pi Kappa 5, hold at bike pickup. Delta Cal Delta.
Touch any of the ground on the other side of the line. Does that make sense?
Bike cross,
so you can pick up. They said the bike cross, but it doesn't matter.
Stop by the second line. Stop by the middle line. Let's go.
Go.
We're up.
Right where we want it. Perfect.
Yes. Yeah. Let's stall. Yeah, we didn't even race it. You still could do it.
Good job.
And we were scared because you still didn't break when we yelled break. You were coming all the way through.
That's all for us today from Little 500.
Qualifications at Bill Armstrong Stadium. Both the men's and women's fields are set. Now teams can exhale and start to get ready for the race.
What are we doing?
Last year.
Huh?
3 times.
I want to say, yeah.
Ooh, do we black flag that one?
3 by 4. 3 by 4 miles.
My leg's hurt.
Good.
Dude, Courtney, here's the thing. We haven't eaten since. Well, no, but I mean, you got like it's not gonna do anything if we eat now. Like you need to eat like an hour or two before.
Okay, well listen.
Well, no, I mean,
you got some options.
An hour or two before your workout, and we haven't eaten since like 11, and it's just gonna kill us if we go do
Well,
something.
my suggestion is,
I mean, we could do something
to
tomorrow.
Pi Kappa 5.
Is what my thing is. Paul, would you?
Alpha Epsilon
What would be more
5 is
beneficial?
now
It's gonna
the
snow
track.
and rain all day.
Matt.
So anyway, short of it is, once we get that workout knocked out tomorrow, we're just gonna take it day by day, okay? Take it day by day. All great leaders in the history of the planet. You know, stick to your guns, stick to what makes you you.
And a lot of people don't understand me, but I will tell you, for my guys, I will go to the wall for.
Realistically, we're racing against two teams. We're racing against Beta and Cutters. The rest of the teams are basically hazards on the track. Kevin's a big, I mean, he's a big competitor on the track for us. I've watched him race this past collegiate season in Dubo, and he's really aggressive, and he will wear his tank out if you let him do it.
Who's in the front now? That's
Brian needs to get a gap because he's just out there. Brian and Skeeter both.
And he fell back. God damn it. Close the door!
Too long, Chris.
Yeah.
I was doing good and I felt good.
Yeah. I know, but I mean, you gotta stick the workout.
I know, but
like, you rode great. Like, that was perfect. Like, there's no way to do any better. But you just gotta get a gap. All that doesn't matter if you don't get a gap. You just gotta stick the workout as close as you can, you know? But I don't know, that sounds good. The gap's the most important. Okay.
Your job is to conserve as much energy as possible. You find yourself at the front of the field, right? You don't exert any effort past soft pedaling, right? You slow it down, and it'll force someone to take the lead. They'll do a bunch of yelling, screaming, bitching, whatever.
Not a bad gap. Yours could have been bigger.
Huh?
Yours could have been bigger.
Yeah. I probably should have gone around another
Everything
lap.
we're doing, all those little moments add up. So it's the best cohesive unit on race day is what we're going to put out there.
You can't have all good days, unfortunately.
I want to win, probably not as much as Kevin, because that's his goal in life, is to win. And I love winning. That's like getting to your final destination on a trip. If you're only focused on your final destination, then you miss everything along the way. And it sucks to miss everything along the way because that teaches you more than winning.
It's going to be us cutting, and Beta has the engine too.
This is how we do what we do. If you don't like it, hey, guess what? Come up with some way to defend it.
This is way too much. Can I cliff note articles? Like, wish there was a study guide or something online.
Yeah, usually if we make those.
Oh, maybe there is. There is. Yes. Oh my god, I pay so much attention. At least it's not cumulative. Thank God. Whoa, the ITT times are up. God, I can't do this. I get too distracted. Lisa, you got 9.
Wow.
Against Kayce Doogs, Melissa Muller, and Kathleen Chalminiak. Shocking. I would have never guessed.
That's a powerhouse.
When I get done with my heat, it's gonna be like, Laura will be in first place, I'll be in second, Ashton will be in third, and then all 4 of you guys are gonna go right after us and just knock us all down.
Yeah.
Try to leave at least one space between yourself and your neighbor.
We have like a practice race or a practice start on Thursday? I think it's Thursday. Yeah. I need to remember to go to the track.
Yeah, Thursday's my bad day. Like, I'm only there for like 30 minutes.
Yeah. At least you only need one person per group.
Exactly. So. Should be interesting.
That will get started. Everyone, please go ahead, put away your notes and books, your electronic devices.
Continue the spring series today with individual time trials. While ITTs don't decide the race by themselves, every rider wants to see how they stack up against their competitors. And as always, the team that wins the spring series gets to wear the coveted white jersey on race day.
Door closed on Scott.
One of the riders up in this heat is Delta Gamma's Ellexis Howie. DG hasn't had a great night so far. Maybe Howie can help start turning that around for them. The tough night continues for Delta Gamma. Howie puts up a time that is probably something slower than what she was hoping for. Maybe not the greatest night for the reigning champs here at Bill Armstrong Stadium.
I can send you how much
After months of road racing, we finally get to see how the Delps fare on the track. Luke Momper up next for the defending champ. Let's see how far Bishop and his team have come since last year.
You gotta drive through the line. Yep. I'll be past the line into turn 1, okay? So I can take the time to give it to you. You're good. That's where I'll be, okay? Yep.
There's no one person hurting the team or harming the team. You don't act like that. And all you do is look about moving forward and what you can do well.
Down there on the bike warming up for the next heat now is Luke Momper from Delta Tau Delta, and it looks like he's got with him former Delta coach Ken Nowakowski, whose sudden departure from the team after last year's win came as a bit of a surprise. I think I see current Delta coach Courtney Bishop down there as well. Obviously can't hear what they're saying, but I imagine it may not be the most comfortable of conversations.
Remember, think ahead. Drive to the next corner, okay? Drive to the end of the straightaway. Drive for it. Drive for the next lap, okay? Anticipate the laps. Know where you are. You go by and you see 3 to go, you know it's coming. He's going to see 2 to go next time, okay? But you drive ahead. Think ahead, okay? Yep.
What do you want to come through with? No.
Riders ready. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Yeah. Good start. Green. Find your rhythm.
Come on, Kev.
4, 35, 36. 36, 1, 3.
Pick it up. Oh,
You gotta go now! Go!
Disappointing.
An impressive run from Cutter sprinter Kevin Depasse. You can really tell that he left everything he had out there on the track. Kayce Doogs down there on the track getting ready to go in one of the stronger women's heats of the night. She's obviously one of the best sprinters in the field. DG has had a tough night though, and you have to imagine she's going to be feeling some pressure to put down some strong time.
Oh, is that for Miller?
Go get her! You go get her! Go, Lisa! Lisa, pick it up! Go! Go, Lisa, go!
40.3, that's good.
Turn it on, Kayce! Turn it on! Lisa, go! They're dying! Go!
Yeah, you're gonna win this race, man. It's gonna be yours. Got a couple more weeks to go. This is just one little step, you know? This one doesn't even matter.
Cutters go 1 and 2 tonight with Depasse and Tim Nixon. Paul Smith took third for the Delts with the men's field offering few surprises.
Doesn't mean anything. No, it doesn't. Still doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's just one step.
The same can't be said about the women. Teter dominated with 3 riders in the top 10, but Delta Gamma might be asking questions of itself after a lukewarm team performance in ITTs.
So last year, I mean, that is like classic sprinters race to a T.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that, you know, you ride the whole team as much as you can, you rest Kayce as much as you can, keep her super fresh, slow race all together, say put Kayce on fresh at the end, win a sprint. It's just not likely that that happens very often. You have to avoid any other situation happening. And Teter, I look for them to be kind of pushing the pace, probably try to get a gap, but they're probably ready for a sprint too. See, everyone, there are a lot of people kind of have both this year.
Teter wants to break a leg. Really bad.
Really? Per usual.
Yeah. That's Woj's only.
Yeah.
I mean, but so do we.
Strategy.
So
Yeah.
And this is
And that's
like
Wing, it's only
this
chance
is
of winning,
this
too.
is honestly a year that we have the capability to do so. You know.
I personally need to know how to make myself get in because no one's gonna let us in.
People attack and try to make things happen when it's slow and it's easy. If it's steady and people are rotating through and the pack's working well and it's down to a pack of say 4 or 5 people, kind of consistently trading half lap poles, keeping it steady, it's kind of a great place for you guys because it keeps it under control until you want to then decide when you want to make your move, or you ride that through to the end and do a sprint. You know, I don't think it's you can pick one strategy. I think it's just all knowing how to react to what, when.
Kayce really wanted to finish her senior year, and she had a tremendous drive to do that. We really got to the point where we were out of options other than doing this, and the recovery from this surgery is tough.
Consecutive victories in both 2010 and 2011, there's no question that Teter is the favorite heading into 2012.
And do you feel like there's a lot of pressure on your team coming into this race, being the 2-time defending champion?
Not really, because we keep putting up good results, so I feel like really confident in the girls. They seem really confident to me, so when they seem confident, and that makes it a whole lot easier to know that they're going to ride well.
All right, well, we wish you the best of luck in today's race.
Oh my god.
The 25th running.
Go, Lisa, go. You're going so far out on that turn.
The fact that she got third is unbelievable. She's in 5th on the outside.
Oh, you're going around the lap.
Look at that. Look at that. Should have never.
Are you kidding me? Third?
Yeah, watch her come. Oh, watch me.
I mean,
Here I go.
Doogs just took it to him.
She takes it to another gear.
Yeah.
Here I go.
And Doogs giving chase. She's coming fast.
Think of missing out like musical chairs on bikes. Heat after heat of riders racing for the start-finish line, the last one across eliminated. Both the men and women have been racing all day here at Bill Armstrong Stadium, and we have willed a field of more than 100 riders on each side down to 6. It's time for the men's and women's missing out finals. And we're down to 3. It's Shelmaniak, Hutcheson, and Doogs. Doogs was sitting third position, but coming out of turn 3, she's moving up. Shelmaniak trying to hold the inside lane. She's got the shortest distance to the start-finish line, but Doogs is coming up hot on the outside. This is the last stretch, the last sprint of Women's Missing Out Finals 2013. It'll be Doogs and Shelmaniak. Doogs and Shelmaniak all the way to the line. Out of their seats, it's going to be close, and it's Doogs, Kayce Doogs, in a repeat of the 2012 finish. event, and the 1-2-3 finish of this lap is the 1-2-3 finish of the Missing Out Final. We've got two cutters, Kevin Depasse and Tim Nixon. They're joined by Sigma News' Bryce Brookshire, and as they head into turn 2, Kevin Depasse is pulling away. He's pulling away from Brookshire, and he's pulling away from Nixon as he hits the backstretch, his head bobbing up and down. He's just sprinting his way to victory. It looks like he'll coast through. He's pushing himself through turn 3. He's just got one more turn to go, and Nixon's starting to catch up. Nixon pulling his teammate in, but it's going to be Kevin Depasse that takes the 2013 Men's Missing Out Final title, followed by Nixon. The cutters go 1-2.
Nice. Good job. That was great.
Brookshire,
Sad about that.
Craigie,
It's the same place you got last year.
and Arp.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's you're not tapered or anything.
Don't let yourself think that they can sprint better than you. No, you were pulling them around.
You were sitting on the outside of path and pulling the entire time. I don't know how.
You're pulling on the outside.
Doogs didn't pull that whole
Kayce was on your wheel the whole time. No wonder she gets, you know.
I know, but that's
The pass on the inside, setting the pace.
Why am I so fucking stupid?
What it comes down to is when I think about it, I think, who do they call out when they need them? Who do they give the bike to when they desperately, desperately need them to win? And that's me. And that, like, I get emotional. It's so awesome to have people like that are so confident that you can win, even though you're not sure maybe your first year, but they hand you that bike and they know that you've got this, and it's just, all the pressure goes away and it's worth it.
We're going to treat it just like race day, so we've got a pace car. We're going to do 2 parade laps and 1 pretend pace lap. At that start-finish line, there's going to be 0 laps up on the board, and then you come around and then 1 lap going upwards to 50. Any questions? All right, go ahead and get on your bikes.
Keep your head up. Keep your head up.
And we always say it'll just fall into place, and you'll be able to tell who the 4 fastest guys are. And for the first time, we couldn't tell. There's so much emotion in this thing that we do, and to have your brother there with you is special. That time I'll cherish forever, because I mean I'll never have that again, really. So you give the guy with the seniority the benefit. So it really wasn't a choice. There was no choice. There was no right or wrong decision. It was just, there was no decision. It was just it. So Skeeter got it. Yeah, it was hard, but everybody's blood.
Some terrible news to bring to you tonight. 3 cutters seriously injured in an accident with a car while they were training out on State Route 446. We're still getting details. We don't know everything. But Eric Young, Michael Schroeder, and freshman rider Eric Brodell have all been taken to the hospital. Obviously, again, we're trying to learn more. We don't know much. Just our hearts go out to them, to their families, to the Cutters family. They're obviously in our thoughts tonight.
Back in October of my freshman year, it was raining and there were some leaves on the road, and this guy was just going around these corners a little bit too quickly, and just came across the center line here and ran into us. I have such a hard time remembering it because I don't really know what was going on. I think I went from, like, we got hit here, and I was, like, out here in the middle of the road. I had to drag myself out from there, and Thomas Walsh came over and took me off this side, like, out of the middle of the road. Yeah, standing up was something that I tried to do, and that didn't work. I got a bunch of stitches, like 64 all the way around, so you see like all little stitch marks where it's stretched and was like pulling the skin in. So this is all this purple right now is new skin. This is where I first hit the ground, like the front of my knee was split open. And then this stuff was all metal from the car, metal and glass. Like I put my knee through the front left headlight.
I was angry for a while. I was really upset that my life had been taken away from me. I tried blaming a bunch of different things. I tried blaming the guy that hit us. I tried blaming myself, but I found that anger doesn't solve anything. You gotta accept where you are and move from there. I'm at a disadvantage compared to everybody else physically, but mentally, I'd like to think that I was a little bit better put together than everybody else out on the track. Anger's a barrier, pain's a barrier. I know that it can be taken away from you in like a flash.
With just 1 week left until race day, it's really crunch time for these riders. No more time to put in miles. Now we see who's in the best shape. Team Pursuit is about pack riding and it's about endurance. For the first time all spring, it's about getting across the finish line faster than the other team on the track, not just the other rider, which is why this event might be the best indicator of overall race day fitness.
All right, good job. Good job. You'll be all right.
They're in their pit.
No, I don't want to move. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Over arms. I'm so lightheaded. Maybe why you should drink.
Oh, I love this sport and I love this school and I love you guys.
Oh my God!
I'm not kidding.
That is perfect.
I can't handle it, man. I'm so happy.
You can get all that energy out.
Solid, Mackie. Love you, girl. Right, you did it this way. Come on.
To lay down.
Come on.
And we wrap the day here at Bill Armstrong Stadium with few surprises. It's finals that we all could have predicted. On one side, the women's side, we've got DG and Teter. Can Delta Gamma's experience and top-end speed counter Teter's depth? And on the men's side, how do the cutters stack up with Beta Theta Pi, a fraternity team composed entirely of seniors that's impressed at every event this spring? What's important to note tonight, Teter riding with 3. We received confirmation that the Teter rider that was down, DeHahn, is unable to compete tonight, so Teter has to go with 3 while DG has the full complement of 4. They are struggling against this Beta team. The Betas are smooth. Everything about this Beta team looks good. Brodell is off. Beta's dropped its 4th rider. Everybody's cards are on the table at this point, and I'll tell you right now, Beta is eating up the track.
41, fast, good, fast, 41.
6 laps left. 6 laps left. They are beating you. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Run in the corner, we got this. Come on, man. Gotcha! Go! Go, fast, fast.
850. Fast time in a while.
They're coming around, they're coming into their finish, and it looks like it is going to be Teter, even with 3. Just 3 riders through the entire Team Pursuit final set. Teter takes the Team Pursuit title, and Teter takes the white jersey for 2013. Beta, in turn 2, they're going to finish with a time unofficially of 8:49.
Good job, guys. Good job. There you go. Stole your time.
But unofficially 8:49. That is the first time a team has broken 9 minutes in men's team pursuit since Fiji did it in 2005, and it's going to be more than enough, even against a strong performance of the Cutters, to win for Beta Theta Pi the 2013 men's team pursuit final.
Hey, smooth as fuck. If that was a record or not, who cares? That was a fucking great shot. That's close.
Let's not get too confident. This means jack shit other than we just broke the Cutters big time. They're crushed right now.
Stay focused.
Do it again in 6 days.
Stay focused. Absolutely. Pressed up tonight. Like I said, more men ruined by victory than by defeat. Yo, shake them out, spin them out.
You guys did great.
It's an unbelievable performance. A rider down, Teter is able to defeat main title rival Delta Gamma and take the white jersey heading into next week's race. And despite their loss in team pursuit finals tonight, the Cutters still earned the white jersey. They still put together a strong enough performance over the whole spring to pick it. They had a fantastic spring season.
Shake hands here.
You figure it's probably got to be bittersweet for them to take it in a loss in team pursuit finals to Beta Theta Pi, but it's about what you do over the course of the whole spring, and Cutters have earned the right to wear white on race day.
6 days.
Do it again.
Let's do it.
Saturday.
Yep.
All right, boys.
Good racing, guys.
Great job. See you out there. Have a good week. Yeah, good job.
Hey, Sam.
What?
Awesome.
Hey, good job,
That was
dude.
a great effort, dude.
My legs hurt. I like being quiet.
They should. That was
My legs really fucking
That was the
hurt.
best I've ever seen.
Well, you ain't ready next week.
Yeah, I'm always gonna feel like I could have done more, or like I want to do more, but can't, you know. So you just gotta move on. Can't think about it.
I looked over and I'm like, we're all in the rivet and they're gaining on this. I'm like, well, we just kept keep going. You're right. This is good though. Okay. That's how it's supposed to be.
Folks, you can feel it in the air. Little 500 week, the world's greatest college weekend is upon us. There's parties everywhere. There's kids skipping class. I don't know when the last time I went to class was.
File it.
I've been writing way too much.
Gotcha. You knew we were getting into something tonight.
What's going on?
What's happening, dude? So what do you think?
I don't know. So far, so good. A lot of people have been talking about Doogs, though. Just the, you know, she kind of did not finish that well in ITTs.
Last year, frickin' Doogs was just on fire. And
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it was like Kath thought that the race ended in the third turn.
Now we get down to the fucking day of bike turning and we've got bent spokes and shit that should have been looked after, you know, 2.5.
That's
Jesus
where we
Christ.
both really like to be right
yeah,
now.
2.5 months ago.
Beer on the porch sounds great right now.
Just all the fucking last minute stress is enough to give someone a heart attack. But no, this happens. I mean, it's just horseshit how it happens every freaking year.
I'm gonna go to your guys' race this year. I'm really excited to see it. I have no clue. So this is like one of those.
Hopefully,
well, you guys could. I think you have a good chance.
Don't blink.
All right. Okay, so what about the Delts?
You know, Paul is good, and Courtney is one of the smartest in the game. That he'll get them to the last lap on the lead lap.
Well, you have more confidence in Courtney than I do because I think he's a reasonably good coach. And I mean, I have my ups and downs with him, but you know, there's something about it because I think Nowakowski is probably the smart guy. He's the rocket scientist there.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. The best $30 ticket in town. You know? Okay, oh, it's only because you can get into Kilroy's for free if you want to stand in line for like a month.
You know she got to what you want.
This weekend, it's about the riders in the race, and for them the training is over. Now they've done all they can. Now is the time to get themselves in a good mental, physical, emotional state for their race. Men's race Saturday, women's race Friday, and they're probably not going to be enjoying some of the same festivities as you and me. I mean, they're probably going to be stepping back from it. Certainly I hope they enjoy it a little bit, but they've got to rest up. They've got to really this week is about the end of the week for them. This week is about getting away from the parties, getting away from the craziness. Some of them even head out to hotels, to houses off campus, the night before their races, just to kind of get away from the whole thing, because this is a year's worth of work for these folks coming down to just one day. They got to be ready for it.
Betas are here, Black Key Bulls are there, Sig Eps, Cutters, Theta Chi's here, Fiji's down here. We're here. Finished second in this thing enough times to know that no one remembers second. No one ever remembers second. I have just about as many as anybody else, so I know, there's no thrill in finishing second. Heck, I'd rather finish last than finish second. At least you don't have to punish yourself all year with what ifs, or if I change this, or if I change that.
And then on lap 99, is it the first one to turn 3 wins the race?
Yeah.
Unless you suck and you're just fizzling out like half wins last year.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Doogs is good at coming out of turn 4, but she's not going to get this one. Her days are over.
You're going to just simply take in a nice, comfortable, deep breath. You may want to close your eyes. You begin now. I want you to again to feel yourself riding on a country road. And remembering this is why I do what I do. It's almost like there's a ray of sunshine on the back of your neck. And it just warms your whole body very comfortably. I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and you will find your muscles returning as we go to 1, 2. Good. Feeling very, very good. I know that each one of you will do the best that you can do. 3.
Eternal and all-powerful God, you have created us so that we might strive to be the best and most pleasing to you in all that we do. Bless all of these competitors that they may compete to their fullest capacity and to the best of their ability, that they may be safe, that they might know your abiding presence, and that the disciplines they have developed may be fully exhibited and sustained through this race and throughout their lives. We ask you, all-powerful Lord, to watch over and bless all who are gathered here in a spirit of joy and competition. We pray in a special way for all of those who have been affected this week by the tragedies in Boston and Texas. May all of us come to know your wonderful love and majesty through the experience of this day. We offer this prayer in your holy name. Amen.
Hey, it's been an honor. All right, let's get this done today.
Today is the day, folks. It's finally here. The 2013 Little 500, a year's worth of training for 33 men's and women's teams is going to be put to the test this afternoon at Bill Armstrong Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana. We've seen strong performances from teams like Teter, Delta Gamma and Kappa Alpha Theta on the women's side, and Cutters, Beta Theta Pi, and Delta Tau Delta on the men's side. We know who the contenders are. We know who the strongest riders are. And as we always know that on race day, anything can happen, and a year's worth of training can be taken away from you just in an instant.
The words from the lightning here. Zhang, Little 500 bicycles.
And as they come around turn 4, we're looking for the green flag, and there it is. The 2013 Little 500 is underway. Up front, we have Beta Theta Pi, the pole team in green, number 1, pushing the pace. Black Keebles dropping in right behind. A lot of the teams you'd expect to be up there: Cutters, Sigma Nu, Delts. The Delts right now, though, it should be said, early on in the race, sitting back. They're not doing work at the front of the field, but that means that they're taking a little bit of risk here.
Delts is just playing the gamble. Delts way back.
And we have a wreck on the backstretch. I can't tell who's down. The pack is fanned out a little bit. It's not too bad. We've got one down. Now 2, 3 more riders have gone down. It wasn't a big wreck, but it did start to blow the pack up just a little bit.
Keep 18 in second. Back half the side. Keep 9 in third. Cutters keep 10 in fourth.
As they come down the backstretch, you still see the top teams in contention for the women. Kappa Gamma. There's a wreck. There's a big wreck on the backstretch. Bikes flying, riders flying. We're going to see yellow surely here right now. The teams at the front of the field are sprinting out ahead. They want to make up as much ground, give themselves as much separation from the rest of the pack as they can before the yellow flag flies, and the yellow flag is out. This is absolutely a perfect burn. She's going to give her teammate tons of room to get back into the front of this pack. Howie bringing it in. She throws a clean exchange. She goes down. She went down on Qualls Day when she keeps that exchange moving. DG coach Pam Loebig is going to be happy with that from Howie.
You never get behind belts. What? No, I never do. I never will. Don't get behind belts at all.
We've got an exchange coming down the front stretch. It's rookie Nick Sapp for Delta Tau Delta in the yellow jersey pulling away through that turn. Nick Sapp, a rookie, had a rough Qualls day. This is a guy that the Delta say has come a long way since then, and it looks like it right now. He is throwing an absolutely outstanding exchange. He is meters ahead of the rest of the field, and that is going to make it so easy for Phil Sojka to just integrate right back into the front of that pack.
Get on.
It looks like Cutters are going to go bike-to-bike exchange. It will be Sam Harbison coming in for the Cutters, getting Kevin Depasse off after a strong first set on the bike this afternoon. This is a good moment to do it for a lot of teams. You time it together, you keep the pace high, everybody gets to maybe put a quick attack in. Cutters, as we said, it looks like Delts are exchanging, Beta has exchanged, and it looks like I'm seeing now at opposite ends of the track, it looks like Cutters and Delta Tau Delta are having some conversations with the race officials. Not sure what about. Might have had something to do with that flurry of exchanges we just saw take place.
serious. I read the rule book like the Bible. It's there. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you very much.
You know those 4 judges there? Are they like kind of sitting in? Yeah.
Teter is riding hard into a really stiff wind on that backstretch. She brings it in, Hutcheson to Ashton DeHahn. You've got to wonder how much that is going to affect their legs going into maybe the latter half of this race. Are they going to have to do too much work into that wind?
Hey, good job. Just get up. You're okay. You're fine. George and Kath are doing the same shit. They're doing 1 lap hard and they can't maintain it and they get out.
Black Key Bulls out in front. They're trying to push the pace at this point, and nobody's going with them. They've got almost a full straight lead, maybe even a full quarter lap. And there's a chase forming behind them now. It's Delta Tau Delta. It's the team in yellow, Delta Tau Delta, and the team in green, the pole team, Beta Theta Pi. That's a 2-team chase trying to catch up with Black Key Bulls off the front with just about 25 laps to go here in the 2013 Little 500.
Beta can help us out and just blow off their lead. They're never.
I know.
We put Paul on next and just tell him to.
Yeah. Paul, can you get on the bike?
Ashton DeHahn there in the white jersey of Teter, putting in a strong set. Kelsey Phillips coming through for Delta Gamma on the track now. She's putting in a strong set for the defending champions. Black Key Bulls still out in front, still pushing the pace, and we still do not see the cutters with that chase group. It looks like they're going to try and put Tim Nixon on to haul that group back in if they can, if he can. It's not going to be easy.
This is your last set, Little 5 ever. You fucking catch those guys. Momper's up the road. Fucking catch them. Hey, Zhang coming in. Get out there. Good job.
Black Key Bulls going into the 3rd turn, about a 35-meter lead.
We're seeing exchanges now from Teter, from Kappa Kappa Gamma. It's Lisa Hutcheson on the bike, going onto the bike for Teter. So now you've got all the teams at the front with the rider they want there. Hutcheson from Teter, Shelmaniak from Kappa Alpha Theta. And there goes Lisa Hutcheson off the front of the pack with 4 laps to go. In lap 96, Lisa Hutcheson, she makes an attack. Can Teter hold it? Nixon not making that gap up. He's fighting as hard as he can. You can see it even from up here, but it's just not happening for him. And I think that 2-team chase is about to come to an end because Phil Sojka from Delts and Matt Green from Beta look like they are about to haul the BKBs in on this Black Key Bulls exchange. There it is. The chase catches BKB, and there goes Beta Theta Pi. Matt Green wastes no time. Phil Sojka eased off the front, and Green takes off.
This was the 20 laps we talked about, all right? Save as much energy as you can when you can, all right?
That's Eric Anderson getting on the bike for the team in green. They're still out in front, and right now, it's Anderson out in front of the race. It's Paul Smith from Delta Tau Delta trying to catch him, and that's about it. We don't see the cutters coming back. I don't see the Black Key Bulls coming back. It looks like it might be Beta and Delts to win this race. Teter has had a long day riding into the wind on that backstretch, and it doesn't look like this attack from Lisa Hutcheson is going to last. Right behind her now, there on her wheel, Doogs from DG, Shelmaniak from Kappa Alpha Theta, the pack coming back together with less than 4 laps left in this Little 500.
At least she tried something. She got their bike racing.
That was their try. That was their try.
Kappa Kappa Gamma trying to make something happen here in the final laps of the race. It's lap 98. We are right down to it now, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you want to put Ashton on the bike? Okay, yeah.
And they are frantically trying to catch up to Kappa Kappa Gamma as we enter the last lap of the Little 500 in 2013 Little 500. And Shominiak is pulling back up, but there goes Kayce Doogs. Doogs around Shominiak. Shominiak around Kappa Kappa Gamma. But Doogs is opening its 2 bike legs. It's 3. She lost her feet, but she got them again. Kayce Doogs is yellow going to do it again. Is going to sprint up, and just one final kick of the legs. He's going to reach the Beta Theta Pi rider. Delts have hauled in the leaders here at the very end of the 2013 Little 500. Delta Tau Delta is going to take the lead on lap 199. Will Craigie on the bike for the green jersey, Beta Theta Pi. Cutter's well behind now. They're not in it. It's the yellow jersey, Delta Tau Delta, and the green jersey, Beta Theta Pi. Paul Smith has 1 lap remaining. Can he hold for 1 more lap? Can Delta Tau Delta repeat? About to come out of turn 2, and here comes Craigie hot on his tail. Craigie's going to catch him here on the backstretch. Paul Smith and Will Craigie coming down the backstretch. Craigie on Paul's wheel, heading into turn 3. He comes wide. Craigie forces the door open. There's bumping, and Craigie's through. Craigie's through. Is he going to hold it through turn 4?
forth like that.
But I understand that, but he was behind him, so you should have our line, correct? The rider in front should have the line, correct? Is that, I mean, that is bike racing, I heard. The rider in front gets the line, and if he pushes off that illegally, that should be against the rules.
Dude, you can't just push over.
No, you can't pass on the inside and push him out. That's included.
In the velodrome.
It's a final sprint.
It's
a final sprint.
So in Olympic track racing, right? When it is a final sprint, it is illegal to pass on the inside.
That's Little 5 rule.
That is a sprinter's lane.
the gutter. It's
He's
Little
in the
5
gutter.
rules.
You can't go in the gutter.
You just had somebody else up top, so it's not called.
But he rode in the gutter to advance his position. He rode in the gutter to advance his position.
You can't bump. You cannot come up the inside.
He passed him in the gutter.
You cannot pass on the inside. I mean, I'm serious. You can't see that. He impeded on him. He passed over the white line. You can't do that. You make up.
Jersey repeats. It's been a tough spring for Delta Gamma riding with a target on its back as the defending champions, and it's been a tough year for Doogs, who's fought through knee pain, but she wins her second consecutive sprint finish here at Bill Armstrong Stadium. The DGs repeat, and they're champions again.
You know, after that kind of bump and turn
inside, he took it.
Turn through, there was a chance, you know. I said,
and then this guy
lost a lot of his focus, a lot of his confidence after that happened, but riding on the pool line right there.
And he shoved him too.
You don't see it happen a lot, but you know, that's how they'll
He passed him on the inside. He bumped him and passed him.
Yeah, I talked to all my guys. They saw it exactly that way, and then they saw the green establish the space. Yellow tried to come in on him, and all my guys are fine. And we looked at the replay, and it's a no call. Race stands.
That's got to be a tough call for Courtney Bishop and the Delts. It does look, if you watch the replay, like Craig, he kept it inside of the concrete gutter, and obviously there was some contact there. You can argue that kind of pushed him inside as well. I think it's the right call, but it's still got to hurt to have Paul Smith put in such an incredible performance in that final set and lose it in turn 3 of the final lap. I mean, that is an admirable way to go down, but it's a tough way to lose.
No protests. The rule has, the decision was made collectively by the chief steward on the field. He had access to the replay. He saw it.
Oh, friends don't
we have to see it again. As a courtesy, I am going to show you guys that it's pretty clear.
Okay,
appreciate it. That works. So there's a lot of room on the inside. Craigie established position right there.
He's behind him.
But he's got position.
He's behind him.
And then you threw the elbow, and you're lucky that you didn't get an impeding call for throwing the elbow.
Because he's behind him.
Yeah, but there was room.
You can't establish position if you're behind somebody.
Give me another look. Give me blue.
He's behind him.
He's behind me, hitting me.
Silver's up. Impeding is changing direction, causing someone to slow. He's in the gutter.
No.
He's coming. He's in the gutter.
He is not in the gutter.
He's in the gutter. Inside the white line is in the gutter. He just caused him to change the.
Back it up.
The definition, little five. Jordan, you know I'm right. The definition of gutter in our meeting is inside the white line. Anything inside the white line is the gutter. Okay? He's inside the gutter. The definition of impeding is causing to change direction, slow down, or crash another rider. He's inside the gutter. He's coming from behind. He has not established position. He's in the gutter. He ran into him. He caused him to slow down and change position. That's a foul.
He's on the white line.
He's inside the white line. Look at him. He's inside the white line. He's in the gutter. What are you talking about? He's in the gutter.
Courtney.
Okay, here's the deal, guys. All right, now you guys keep it calm.
I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sorry. No.
We're done showing what we're showing. We're done.
Okay.
All right.
He's in the gutter. Are you serious?
Guys, you can take it outside the truck right now.
I did this as a courtesy. The call had already been made.
You know that's not right. You know, and I know you guys don't like me. I get that, but that's wrong.
Courtney, I have nothing against you personally.
I didn't say you did, but that's wrong. Inside the white line is in the gutter. Okay? Period. So you had a bunch of guys say, you know what, we don't like him, the heck with him. That's impeding. I cannot believe you could look at that video and think that's the right call.
All right, hey.
I mean, it's so blatant.
It's done. It's done. Courtney.
And that's so blatant.
I mean, I bet that doesn't make the TV show, though.
Anyone that says they wouldn't have protested in that situation is just telling them something they want to hear, because anyone would have protested in that situation. Based on, do I agree with the call? No. I respect the call. I'll probably never agree with it, but it is what it is. You wake up, the sun's going to come up the next day. And, I had a football coach in high school who told me, you know what, you don't want to get beat on the last play or get beat by a ref's call, then be up by 2 touchdowns. It solves everything. And I think, like I said, if we needed a way to motivate ourselves for the next 5 years on what's going to happen with this race, as far as I'm concerned, there it is.
The Little 500 is not just a bike race, nor is it an intramural event, but rather, it's a community of some of the most amazing folks you'll ever meet. Every April, alumni come back home again to Indiana, having forgotten their ITT times or where their teams finished, but remember the stories and the bonds that they made during their involvement with the race. That's true for every team, 1st through 33rd. These stories were created back in 1951 and continue to be created today. After you graduate, you'll realize that during your time at Indiana University, you became pretty damn good cyclists. But more importantly, you can look back at the experience and know that you're a better individual because of the journey that you traveled on as a rider. You do what you do because you believe in the indomitable spirit of mankind, in triumph, in adventure, in vitality, and you believe that the motivation to finish and to do something because it is there to be done needs no explanation. Life and our daily walks are a race, and the Little 500 strives to be a microcosm of that truth. I leave you this evening with a quote from Walt Whitman. In his poem, Song of the Open Road, he wrote, "A foot and light-hearted I take to the open road, healthy, free, and the world before me, the long brown path leading wherever I choose."
But I don't think that they love it more than me.
All of my thoughts, I get trapped inside my head, pushed up against the wall. Don't ever look like I ever ignored you. Wash out my sorrows in the wake of I adore you. The only thing that I'll ever get inside are the benefits of finding me.
For someone her age, she had done a tremendous amount of damage to the knee itself. The cartilage was actually missing where she was down to raw bone. I couldn't believe that she was able to participate with that amount of damage in her knee, and she won.
Integrity is just to keep the peace, maybe a cuddle up in a ball. Forget it all. You wanna be mean, but there's him in between.
Good. One more.
It's weird to come back though, isn't it? So weird. It just moves on without you, you know? And it's weird now because we still know some of the writers, but like think about 5 years from now. Yeah. Coming back, and it's like, it means the world to you and nobody knows who you are or cares.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be real weird. But that's the best thing, it keeps on going.
No.
Everyone becomes part of this community.
I wonder if Grandpa's gonna freak out again at the race.
I hope so.
That'd be sweet.
I think he's coming.
I'm so excited. Oh gosh. You were going around so fast. It's good stuff.
Freaking lovely.
Yeah.
How is it?
It's all right. It's okay.
Not good.
No, it's not good.
Can you imagine if you would have gotten the surgery before?
I almost did.
I know.
I almost didn't ride.
Think about that. You think it was worth it?
Yeah.
I mean, you might be getting a third surgery, you know? Ugh. You look at your rings.
I would put these babies on a really long time. I mean, I needed it. It's just, I'm never gonna be able to be like the caliber of an athlete that I was, you know, on Level 5 ever again.
I learned a lot about myself after I lost last year. Like, I went home and sat in the shower on the little ledge for like 40 minutes, 45 minutes probably. Just like trying to grasp that we lost. It's like, wow, that just happened. And the thing is, in college, when you're in that moment, you don't find that ever again. And that's why people come back. It's because if you're a little fiver, you're a little fiver for life.
For life?
For life.
Connor, you're not doing exercises? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Low, low, low. Lower, 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 lower. There you go, just like that. That's perfect. Good, just like that. 4, 5. All right, Abs, you got one more thing to do. You've got push-pulls to do, and then you're done. Last one. Big push. Big pull. Good job. Well done. What?
These things and those.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, go. Good job. Big thing of potentiality. How's that song go?
I am a promise. I am a possibility. I am a promise. With a capital P. I am a great big bundle of potentiality, and I'm moving to hear God's voice, and I'm
moving
trying
to make the right choice.
I'm a promise to be anything good to me.
I like that song. That's my favorite song. Ready?
again in Indiana, and it seems that I can see the gleaming candlelight still shining bright through the sycamores for me. The new moon hastens all its fragrance from the fields I used to roam. When I dream about the moonlight on the Wabash, then I long for my Indiana home. Back home again in Indiana, and it seems that I can see the gleaming candlelight still shining bright through the sycamores for me. The new moon sends all its fragrance from the fields I used to roam. When I dream about the moonlight on the wall,